so I have 4 minutes, 1 minute to rebuttal, and on both of them. Let's put it on record. First of all, you say you engage. You only engage when you want to run for an election. And after an election, you go on voicemail. You never engaged, never spoke to anybody. This is the one, and I will talk about it, who has engaged in and out of season. You were in Senate for 8 years, not one word about the IPOB and the agitations in the Southeast. You were only engaging when you want to run. Insecurity in Anambra started with a PDP government and orchestrated by my brother on my right hand, kidnapping a sitting governor. It was a PDP legacy in Anambra. The PDP legacy in Anambra of burning down Anambra State. The violence, kidnapping, and so on and so forth on this state was started by PDP. When my brother on the right-hand side was at the engine room stoking up all the fires. So we know that. That's fact, number one. Two, is that I'm surprised, Valentine, that you wouldn't have the basic numbers coming onto this debate. And you're saying, oh, things are in the economy. Let me tell you, for the records, Anambra State has the lowest unemployment of any state in Nigeria at 13%. National Bureau of Statistics, not Anambra State numbers. Anambra State has poverty rate declined from 53% under PTOB to 14.78 as at last year, National Bureau of Statistics. Not our own numbers. Anambra State has the lowest underemployment rate at 17% of any state in Nigeria, National Bureau of Statistics. So when you want to say, and then, sir, Val, it is Governor Willie Obiano's government that passed the Anambra Vigilante Act. No, wait. That's just been done with the governor, with the traditional rulers as the chief security officers.
All right, you've had your time,
so,
Prof.
Now, so what I'm trying to say is
your time is up, Prof. Sorry. Yes, let me take it to the candidate of the APC. Yes, yeah, you have the opportunity to, to have that rebuttal. But let me hold on, please. Let me land on my point. The PDP candidates just said that the APC and ABGA political parties have let down Anambra State as far as security is concerned. I know, gentlemen, Prof, I know you're passionate about economics and finance, but we'll get to that. What we want to deal with in this segment is security and how you will tackle the issue of security if you become governor. Please, I need you to bear that in mind so that we don't, go all over the place. Thank you so much. And so, Anduba, I'd like you to, respond to that. What would be your approach? Do you support the idea of using vigilantes, like the PDP candidate has said, if I got him correctly? Do you agree with the dialogue, as the ABGA candidate has opined? What would be your strategy in tackling insecurity in Anambra?
Remember I talked about dialogue, Richard, when I started about dialogue. I believe in dialogue, and I believe in the vigilante group. Number two, we set up a response team. Can I answer what he said about
2 minutes.
Okay, about kidnapping and whatever he said. I wasn't involved. I don't know what he's talking about, kidnapping. I had no business in that kidnapping.
Come on.
Now, there's a white paper that came out on the kidnapping. There's a white paper on the kidnapping. Why didn't they put my name in the kidnapping? It has anything to do with it. What are you talking about? Let me tell you, I was a special assistant to the president of Nigeria in this country that knows about security. There's anyone knows about security. I know about security. Now, let me tell you, he's talking about saying that I'm involved. I'm not involved in anything that concerns kidnapping or anything. It's not I wasn't even in the country when it happened. I was outside the country. When the call came through to me, 2:45 in the morning, I picked the phone, said they want to, but the judge said he wants to speak to the president. I said, what happened? He told me what happened. I took the phone to the president. I woke the president and took the phone. The president asked me to call the IG of police and call Atiku, which I did. And the whole thing that's why the whole thing was stopped. So how could I have been involved? If I was involved, I wouldn't have made that phone call.
Okay,
so now...
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, you still have some 30 seconds.
Okay. I said I'll set up a response team in the state. whereby when something happens, there will be a number that will dial that will come to the rescue, and people immediately, there's an incident. I sponsored the bill in the Senate of. The bill I sponsored was the prison reform bill, which I sponsored in the Senate, that was signed by the president into law. That's why it's a prison correctional institution in the Senate. You're saying I've been 8 years in the Senate not doing anything. What did you do? I made sure you are the central bank governor. What have you done so far? You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything about it. You came from, they brought you to me, and I made sure.
You?
My brother brought you. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, audience, please. We need.
How can you say what you know?
Sorry, we need to point out at this here right now. No clapping, no jeering, no cheering, please. Please, absolute silence in the hall so that we can appreciate what the candidates are saying. Thank you very much.
I bless you here. I will not
I forged. I will never forge your certificate.
Hello, gentlemen.
Do you have secondary school?
Of course.
Hello, gentlemen.
When?
Come on.
When did you graduate?
1974.
1974?
Yes.
That you have senior school certificate?
Go and check.
In 1974?
Go and check it. I have a
Professor
1974?
Go and check.
You have senior school certificate in Enugu State? It's forgery.
Go and check it. The school is there.
No, you are destiny is here.
I don't know what you have.
It's
It's not mine. I don't know what you have.
Professor
from
Soludo.
I don't know what you have. It's not mine. So let me tell you
Professor
something.
Soludo,
You are overstepping
please
your
stay
bounds.
behind
I don't know what
your
you have.
podium.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Please stay behind your podium. Well, very quickly, please.
Okay, thank you.
We want to keep this very civil.
Yes.
Thank you.
No abusive words, no noise from the auditorium. And then, of course, I hope the candidates know that we have a technical team that is fact-checking what everyone is saying. If you make any claim, please be sure that it is correct, because we are fact-checkers. Candidates of the PDP, gentlemen, please allow the candidate of the PDP. He has something to say quickly, very briefly. 2 minutes.
Yes, I'm glad a number of people are saying these were the PDP of the past, both of them. He was actually the candidate of the party, Sam, and these are the dysfunctional parts we're moving away from. We have a better PDP today. When my brother Soludo was talking, again, going back to those theoretical statistics, when a number of people can see what's happening, we have the best unemployment. Show me where the people that get employed. Look at it. I hope you're paying attention. Look at the road networks. Why doesn't he say that we have the worst road network in Nigeria today? Why doesn't he say that we have the worst competitiveness index? I mean, 23 different categories out of 35 in Nigeria. There's several things wrong with Anambra. And if you think it's still not broken, then you're not fit to be here. We know Anambra is broken, and I'm here to fix it. This is the reason I'm on this podium. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, gentlemen. It is understandable that we'll spend a lot of time on, insecurity. One more, let's just do one more. On the issue of IPOB, the proscribed IPOB, and you have the militant arm of IPOB, the ESN. What will you do with IPOB if you become governor? Charles Soludo, you have 1 minute for that, and I'll ask the same question to all the rest of you gentlemen. 1 minute, please.
Did it me?
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you very much. Later we'll come back to the other bit. But on IPOB, I am on record. 2016, 2017, I am on record speaking. I visited Nnamdi Kanu. I didn't know him. I never heard of him. Never heard of IPOB. But when I heard he was in Kuje prison and court order to release him, court judgment to release him, and they refused, I'm the one that led 12 further prominent Igbos to go to Kuje and dialogue with him. And I addressed the international press conference to ask for his release. Thereafter, people started visiting Kuje, and 3-4 weeks later, he was released. I believe that an idea, I may not agree with him, with his views on terms of the destination or even the means, but I believe that in a democracy, you put everything on the table. The Southeast leaders, religious, the bishops, the traditional rulers, the youths, all the groups, they're now working on a consensus that we need to dialogue on this to have a solution. Thank you very much.
Well, please go ahead, Valentine Ozigbo of the PDP. Same question.
Thank you very much. I honestly feel that indeed what is happening is a failure of leadership. Agitation happens when leaders fail their people. And so when there's a vacuum, Nnamdi Kanu came up to fill that vacuum. Obviously, clearly, there are the areas agitation may lead to that may not be exactly how we would want it. But the truth is, those agitations, are they founded? In most cases, yes, because marginalization happens in Nigeria, and Anambra or Igbo people are part of the victims. And it's happening all over Nigeria. So I urge for dialogue. I urge for him to be released, and I urge for IPOB to be proscribed, so that we can all sit together and solve problems and take Nigeria to another level, and Anambra in particular to where we want it to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The same question to you, Andy, by the candidate of the APC. What will you do with IPOB, BSN, and other non-state actors?
I believe in engagement, like I said before, like I did in myself. I believe if you don't engage them, how would you know what their problem is? So I believe in that engagement where we sit down and dialogue, because all their problem is work, employment.